YouTubers, Mike Martins here, Mike Martins channel. Thanks for watching my channel, guys. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. All the comments you leave below really means a lot to me. I want to send a shout out to my friend Anthony from The Walking Journey. Check out his channel. He's got a different aspect on different things going on, and he lives in Southeast Texas. Really good show. He bought a big piece of land down there. I don't know, he bought, I think it's 16 acres for like 10 grand in a decent area. And he's clearing it out on his videos. It's really cool what he's got going for himself down there. And he built himself a home. Anyways, today I have a very special introduction to today's title is Government Intervention on Housing Causes Vancouverites to temporarily freeze in its tracks. What have I been saying? What have I been saying for the last year? Government's going to start implementing things. It's going to start changing the housing. The government is going to try everything in its power to prevent this crash from happening. But before we start, I want to read a comment for you guys. So just so you know, if you guys, like, I don't want to, I don't want people to not want to start YouTube channels and stuff, but this is some of the comments I get that I have to deal with sometimes. So I'm going to read it out to you. Branding this person, which he means me, as a simpleton is a severe understatement. He is most likely one of the bubble-tard douches that mortgaged into the notion that prices can only rise. February of 2016 was the start of a major decline in sales and continues to trend month over month at accelerated pace. Not to mention this zero overlay development faggot looking quintessential, he probably has a college degree, I can't even read that. Keep him away from the drapes. Has zero experience at the market analysis. His antidotes are willy-nilly theories based from the Twilight Zone. Co-heads, on the other hand, has made millions and millions shorting housing markets and has deep understanding of the markets and their fundamentals. At the end of the day, who would you trust? An overweight goof from Vancouver or a pit bull on Wall Street trade manager with a proven track record? I think the question answers itself. That's very nice that you would leave a comment like that. That's great feedback. That's basically what people want to hear, you know what I'm saying? What I said in the video was that the government of Canada will implement things to prevent the crash from happening. And they were talking about this guy. I'll put the video below so you guys can see that. They were talking about this guy named Cohodes, whatever. He doesn't understand. And then in Canada, they could implement a law like this. Implement a law and raise taxes. And what do people do? Nothing. Okay? But this guy doesn't understand that. So he goes around calling me a overdeveloped faggot. Looking quincel. I can't even read these big words because he's so, like, massive college degrees going on here. Massive college degrees. So let's get to the article, people. So that's some of the comments that you get there. Usually from people south of the border from the United States. Leave comments like that. Government intervention on housing causes Vancouver to temporarily freeze in its tracks. The number of residential property sales in Greater Vancouver region fell 5.6% in 2016, including a nearly 40% year-over-year plunge in December alone. As governments took steps to admit the rending in the red-hot real estate markets in part of the country. Figures released by Real Estate Board Greater Vancouver on Wednesday, however, this was like yesterday, showed that house prices have cooled by only 2.2% over the past 6 months, with the MLS Home Price Index composite benchmark price at residential properties in Metro Vancouver ending the year at $897,600. The spate of the federal provincial measures has seen the Vancouver market temporarily freeze in its tracks, as buyers and sellers both try to assess the implications for validations ahead. And Avery Sheffield, chief economist of CIBC Capital Markets. Let me continue here. Guys, keep me away from the drapes, okay? Okay. There's a graph here. I'll leave a link below to the article. The interventions include, so there's government interventions, okay? The interventions include a 15% land transfer tax, imposed on foreign buyers, the government of British Columbia. The federal government also made changes including tightening qualifications for the mortgage default insurance and the aim of ensuring home buyers could manage their monthly payments at higher interest rates. In addition, the Canadian Revenue Agency is hoping to curb speculation and foreign buying by auditing tax forms and ensure house sellers who claim a principal residence tax exemption actually lived in those homes. Shenfield said sales volumes in Greater Vancouver are likely to revive at some point this year. However, prices are expected to show at least some lasting impact, in quotations, from the new tax measure aimed at foreign buyers, as well as government interventions designed to tighten the mortgage market, he said. Still, he cautioned that the market watchers shouldn't read too much into the short-term trends, nothing that Vancouver experienced previously, pricing dips that didn't last. And its market has historically been more volatile than, say, Toronto, Shenfield added. Dan Morrison, president of the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, said the full impact of the government and regulatory interventions taken in the latter half of this year won't be fully understood for some time. However, some of the market watchers expect this year to be pivotal. The macro-prudential moves taken by the various level of government to show acceleration of the housing prices in Vancouver and other major markets in Canada are expected to have the desired effect in 2017. David Beatty, Senior Vice President of the Financial Institutions Group at Moody's Investor Services, told the Financial Post. Let me switch hands here. My arm's getting tired. Okay. The numbers released yesterday, of the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver showed that the market decline in sales volume in December from both preceding month and year earlier. Residential property sales region totaled 1,714 in December, a decrease of 39.4% from the sales recorded in December of 2015, down 22.6% from November of last year. Last month's sales were also 8.1% below the 10-year sales average for the month. Last year's pullback came after 2015 year chalked up one of the two highest selling years on record. The Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver noted that the last year still marked the highest selling year on record, behind only 2005 and 2015, with 39,943 detached and attached and apartment properties sold in the region. In a report published this week, Oxford Economics predicted that the limited housing and supply and desirability of key markets, Canadian, including Vancouver and Toronto, will buoy home prices. To some extent, even the government measures temper growth. The global advisory firm based on Oxford, England, predicts that the national house price inflation will slow around 6% in 2017 from the 10% of last year. Our forecast is based on a gradual declaration in speculative and foreign buying activity alongside continued support to prices from a non-speculative demand. Ongoing supply contrasts, the report says. So these guys are taking a positive look on the whole thing. Could this be some bait for people to read for hope, thinking, if I buy now, it might be the right time? Maybe it dipped enough that I could jump back in? I don't think so. The Greater Toronto and Vancouver markets have been key drivers of Canada multi-year property boom, according to Oxford Economics. Beyond the general attractiveness of the markets, there are several measures that indicate foreign buyers and speculative demand were behind 50% surge in the house prices in Greater Vancouver area, and 35% rise in Greater Vancouver since 2004, report says. So this according to this, government can implement any law he wants into get involved in almost anything of our day-to-day lives. And according to this, he's trying to slow, the government is trying to slow, this should have happened 10 years ago. But because it hadn't happened 10 years ago or 8 years ago, even 5 years ago, everybody's standing and tilting at the edge of the top of the mountain, like looking down. It's like, is it gonna crash? What's gonna happen? What's gonna crash? Then you get articles like this saying that, oh, it's tempered, it's gonna go back up, or it'll stay plateaued. What do you guys think? Comment below. I like to hear your feedback on this one, because this one, you know, and then you get things happening like, oh, let's implement this. We'll give you help you with your first down payment to buy a house. You don't have to pay it back in a few years, interest free. Let's do this. Let's do that. So Canada is a very tough market to forecast. The housing market, the whole trend in the whole market, very hard, because you don't know what the government has up its sleeve. And that's one thing I've been warning you guys for the last 2 friggin' years, is that you don't know what the governments have up their sleeve, what card are they going to play next. Because the downfall of the housing market is really bad, especially when this province specifically is built off housing and student loans and personal debt, right? So let's see how things turn around. Let's see how things go. Let me know. Comment below. I just feel the government has something up its sleeve to try and save. I just feel it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm just telling you guys what I feel. Let me know. Comment below. Also, I'm looking at opening a new store. Same store I do. I own several businesses, but this specific game store that I own, that you guys see me at all the time, is doing really well. I got good staff. Everything's going together tickety-boo. So I might open another location, and I want to make a web series from scratch. I'm going to continue my trends in the housing market. I'm building a studio for that. I'm putting together a studio to actually film trends in the housing market properly for you guys. And I'm also putting together a few projects on the side. And I'm also looking to open another store. But I want to create a web series from scratch, getting my business license, applying for this, applying for that, calling suppliers, setting up shop. I really want to put something together for you guys, like from scratch, and then show you the end product, and then maybe interview a few customers that walk in, and then kind of show you how I use different social media to get people in my door, things like that. Let me know if you guys want me to do a web series about starting a business right from scratch. And I could do that too. I could add that to my channel. Let me know. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you're not going to contribute anything positive to the conversation, if you want to talk down to the people on the page, talk down to me, talk down about my weight, don't even bother. We don't want you here. You're not welcome in our group. We just don't want you here. Believe me, we don't want you here. I don't have to prove myself to everyone that writes a bad review about me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go out and go through the whole list of everything I've accomplished and what I have right now, what I've saved, and what I got going on. I don't have to do that every time. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Bye.